What is up, guys? I'm Ted from the A-Team. Today I'm here with Kazu Okuda, who's a cinematographer who regularly shoots for Nike, the MoMA, and Vogue. Last week we spent the day with him in New York City at Contra Studios, and today we're going over his tips for how to nail your camera approach in fashion videos. Let's do this. First tip, over crank.
Always shoot high speed if you can, because most of fashion is MOS and you don't need the sound. It also allows your focus puller to catch up because the moves are so spontaneous and not blocked as much, and it helps you frame a little better. And you get this dreamy effect from high speed, and at the end of the day, we're trying to sell a fantasy.
So it doesn't need to look real, and it doesn't need to look like film. In fact, by using high speed to make it look non-traditional, you can make your footage stand out from the rest of the DSLR crap. Tip 2, shoot one stop deeper. I think beginner DPs immediately fall in love with that shallow depth of field look. They go out, they buy that nifty 50mm lens, and they shoot everything wide open thinking that bokeh is the key to high quality cinematic footage. But what Kazu said was the opposite.
People think shallow depth of field is nice for beauty, but it kind of starts to look cheap. It makes it look like you don't have enough lighting. I also like to go to one focal length shorter. So if I have a 50, I like to go to 40. It just helps with focus, and your AC would appreciate it.
Next tip, speed on rehearsals. This was something we noticed on set. Even before the director set action, even before the model would be in position, Kazu would be behind the camera recording anyway. His reason?
Fashion is really more about the moment than the takes. So a lot of times they're a little off guard, they're a little more relaxed during rehearsals or even just waiting in between takes. Speed it.
In narrative, directors are always arguing about the best way to help actors look natural when reading scripted material. But how do you help your talent look natural when they're performing unscripted material? The key? Catch them when they aren't performing at all. Even
if the director yells cut, keep speeding, at least 5-7 seconds after. There's that magical moment where the talent kind of loosens up after the take. A lot of those stuff can be that transition you need in your edit. You end up using something from that.
Tip 5, don't do too many takes.
You want to keep the energy level up. You want to keep it still spontaneous. The talent's just going to get tired after too many takes. And remember, in the edit, you're really only using about 2 seconds.
Energy level is king. As filmmakers, it's really easy to get caught up in trying to choreograph and get everything perfect. But I think Kazu's final tip is just to prioritize the morale of your set above any of the details in your camera approach. At the end of the day, what shows up on screen in the performance is usually more important than how you capture it. So there's our episode of Guerrilla Filmmaker on how to nail your camera approach in shooting fashion. I want to give a big thank you to Kazu for sharing these tips. Find Kazu on Instagram at ABC123Kazu. Find Aputure on Facebook, Instagram, the works. Stay tuned for next week where we're going to be going over Kazu's top tips on how to engage with models. Thanks for watching Guerrilla Filmmaker. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys next time.